Hello, hello. Thank you for doing that long, arduous walk. Sorry about that. You guys are brave. And if anybody doesn't want to do that walk, give us your keys, talk to somebody, talk to me, talk to Hope, or somebody who looks like they're involved here, and we will, or Lacey, I see you're waving back there. We'll get a code on and run out there and grab your car for you. Yeah. Next week, Saturday, we got Mumblin' Drew and his old fangled orchestrators, and that's gonna be a great show. But what I want to say about that show is an hour before, or we're opening doors early. What, like? At 3, because we're gonna have some craft vendors, ceramics, and what else is gonna be there, Lacey?
Some beautiful carved wooden spoons and basketry.
Yes. Christmas gift candidates is the idea we're trying to drive home.
Plus stew.
What's that?
Stew.
Yes, Phil's bringing some stew, so that will be on the house, I believe, unless Phil has some crazy business ideas.
The first cup's free.
Okay, first cup's free. You heard it here. All right, cool. I got introduced to Erik. He was here a few shows ago, which is an awesome show, and I got to hear him play guitar, and it got me really excited for this show. And something particular about this show, if it sounds better than normal, that would be thanks to Raymond. I'm not doing sound tonight, and he's showing me a thing or two, and I was blown away by the sound check. So I'd say I have a lot of learning to do, which is okay, because I'm not going anywhere. That about wraps it up. So, all right, let's give it up for Erik Koskinen.
Burger? Sure. What else?
Hello, everybody. I'm trying to remember. I think maybe it's over 15 years I've been playing here now. I felt like the new guy until I said that. This is the first time I haven't listened to Stephen talk for 15 minutes. Of course I miss it. But he would always tell us the same story every time I came here, except the first time. And it was about the first time I came here. We were filling in for a band who got sick. And he would tell a really long story about how he didn't know that we should come, but it ended up was something that he wanted to try, and someone said that we were good, and by the end of it, he said we were better than the band we filled in for. He did it for many years. I'm not sure that was correct, but it was nice of him. So there you got a little version of what it used to be like. Grandpa John died, then went and grabbed a preacher to send him up high where the Lord is gonna meet you. But Grandpa was a liar, a sinner and a drinker. was known as a fighter, never known as a thinker. They said my grandpa's blood wasn't boiled by the devil. His heart made of stone and his fists made of metal. We all know well that my daddy's mom tried. The day they put him in the ground, she never even cried. He fought overseas, since then he's been running. He came back from the war and married his cousin. Had 4 children, first one was my dad. He never thought twice about the things he never had. Shoes for the summer, boots for the winter. Every single night while his mama cooked dinner. Grandpa was a rotten, but she loved him anyway. Out chasing women till the break of day. Night he came home and drank the bottle down. And then he pulled out his knife and he threw her on the ground. My daddy's mom aimed and right there she shot him. The same old gun for Christmas that she bought him. My daddy was the oldest and there was 3 more. One died at home, the other 2 died at war. The funeral for the 2 was a Washington formal. My daddy's mom went crazy, my daddy's pretty more. She never went to prison after she pulled the trigger. It was all in self-defense that the journey did bigger. After Grandpa, she put the Bible by her side and she never let it go until the day she died. My grandpa took her mind and the whiskey took her liver. She drove her car to the bridge, crashed it in the river. Be careful of the whiskey, be careful of the sin. When the devil comes knocking, you're not letting him in. Every night I go down and I'm sitting by the river, staring at my grandpa in this black and white picture. And I live in the house my daddy was brought up in. My grandpa's down in hell, my daddy's mom is up in heaven. Every night I go down and I'm sitting by the river. I tell you this story not to make you quiver, but to warn all the women and put them on the level. Don't get married to your cousin or married to the devil. Hey, everybody. Yeah. What happens is when you play the song that dogs like, they bark too. I was here last week, and when Jeff introduced the band, I got the least amount of barks. But on the fiddle tonight, this is Kora, Melia, everybody, from Hope, Michigan. From Vesta, Minnesota, playing on the bass guitar. That's Josh Gravelin right there. From Lafayette, Louisiana, playing on the drums. That's Richard Medek. All right, the show's over. Let's go home. I'm going from Detroit to Santa Fe. I only got time to stop for gas along the way, and it's a long drive. It's a long way to go. You know, and I got an automobile, and I got a full tank of gas. I know the way, baby. I don't need no map, 'cause honey, I know. Yeah, Santa Fe, 25 to Cheyenne. I got to see my baby every time that I can. Hey, it's a long drive. It's a long way to go. You know, and I got an automobile, and I got a full tank of gas. I know the way, baby. I don't need to map it, I know. It's a long, long way to go, but it's the only way to be free. It's another day on the road, it's the only life for me. Yeah, well, I'm leaving Cheyenne for Nashville, Tennessee. I gotta stay awake, I can't fall asleep. Yeah, it's a long drive. It's a long way to go. I got an automobile, I got the windows rolled down, and you won't even know it, baby, when I'm passing on through your town. Yeah, so I'm leaving Nashville for a place that's cool, like this place. All I've been doing down there is working like a fool, and it's a long drive. Yeah, it's a long way to go. If I miss a beat here and there, that's okay. I got an automobile, and I got the windows rolled down, and you won't even know it, baby, when I'm passing on through your town. It's a long, long way to go, It's the only way to be free. It's another day on the road. It's the only life. We were talking last week. I was here last Friday with Jeff Foucault and Dave Moore and Rosie. That's Rosie barking, right? Yeah. Rosie was. I think we figured out that Rosie's 11. And I was about 11 years ago, but maybe it was 10. I was going to take one of the dogs home. Stephen had too many dogs here. And then I think my wife brought home a dog at the same week or something like that. And so I had to leave the dog here, but I think it was Rosie's first child. I thought it was Rosie, but I think I'm wrong. I think it was Rosie's first child. I think we were having this conversation. Pocket full of money? Does anybody have any of Rosie's children? I see a hand wave up there. A couple of them, all right. John saxophone blowing tune. But I'm breaking the leaves when I'm filling the room. My little dog Sally gonna hold up her. Roll out your wallet, boy, and set me up. I got a pocket full of money. Don't spend on you. I got a pocket full of money. Don't spend on you. Pocket full of money, I'm gonna spend on you. I'm alright, baby. Say that I'm alright. Tumbleweed coming across the highway tonight. 6 stayed on the road, I'll see my baby, right? The North Star shining and it's shining bright. $700 to treat my baby right. I got a pocket full of money. I'm gonna spend on you. Got a pocket full of money. I'm gonna spend on you. Got a pocket full of money. Hey, 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 hey. I'm alright, baby. I'm alright. There's a swing over band at the Eagles folks night. Yeah, I have a San Francisco kind of have a night too. Yeah, it ain't rock and roll, yeah, but that's alright. I hate your mama's music, but I'll treat your mama right. I got a pocket full of money. Don't forget you. Got a pocket full of money. Don't spend on you. Got a pocket full of money. Yeah. Well, I'm alright, baby. Said I'm alright, baby. The doctor's in the house. In case anybody asks. Yeah, he's just drinking down there. Take it, see over. Gotta keep on dancing. Drinking more. I just get the money and I'm headed for the door. Cars in the back, my money's in the sack. I'm going down to Memphis in my black Cadillac. Detroit to Casey, and maybe Nashville too. Maybe. I got a pocket full of money, gonna spend it on you. I got a pocket full of money, I'm gonna spend it on you. Got a pocket full of money. Got a pocket full of money, gonna spend it on you, spend it on you. I got a pocket full of money. Guitar at 3 o'clock every night. I'm singing them songs, I'm singing them rights. Yeah, that pay me money and I hum you when I'm done. I'm coming back to you, yeah, 'cause you're the one. I got a power full of money. Got a pocket full of money. Don't spend it on you. Spend it on you. I got a pocket full of money. Alright. I got a pocket full of money. Hey, 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 hey. Nice job. Not embarrassed. Is everybody feeling pretty good? Woo! You take the money from my pockets. You take the feeling from my heart. And I will take care of you. Drove miles and miles from nowhere. through the rain and the cold and the snow. Yeah, and I will take care of you. So how come you treat me so bad? Treat me so bad. Treat me so bad, yeah, you do. How come you treat me so bad? Treat me so bad. Treat me so bad, loving you. Come inside from your brain, girl. Come inside to my home. Yeah, I will take care of you. Get on the train, you don't wanna leave until morning. Yeah, you know you can still change your mind. Yeah, and I will take care of you. Yeah, you don't need no money. We ain't even got a store in this town. But when the sailing ship sings to me, yeah, we're all going down. But how come you treat me so bad? Treat me so bad. Treat me so bad, yeah, you do. How come you treat me so bad? Treat me so bad. Treat me so bad, I'm loving you. And the road is closed, and the station's down. So even if you tried, you couldn't get out of town. Yeah, but you know I will take care of you. So how come you treat me so bad? Treat me so bad. Treat me so bad, yeah you do. How come you treat me so bad? Treat me so bad. Treat me so bad, I'm loving you. Treat me so bad, I'm loving you. Treat me so bad. I'm loving you. Rose the best of the baritone. So we'll do it for another song. Well, this is one. Next one is I don't do very often. An old song. The president speaks and speaks so nice, and his voice is present and clear. He says a lot of things that I don't understand. The rest of it I don't want to hear. Republican talks and he says a lot of things about how the Democrats wrong. Democrat talks and they argue and they fight, and nothing ever really getting done. So I just sit here, drinking my beer, feeling all buzzed and fine. to the job, standing in the unemployment line. Well, the boy goes off with patriot and pride, goes off to fight in the war. He gets a bullet in the leg and comes back home and he says, what are we fighting there for? Well, his leg heals up and he's doing alright, and he knows that he's lucky for sure. So he goes out to the world to get himself a job, but there ain't no job in sight. So he just sits there, drinking his beer, feeling all buzzed and fine. Tomorrow he get up and go back to the job, standing in the unemployment line. The woman comes home and says to her man, I got a pink slip under the door. We gotta sell your car, sell the house, cause we can't live here anymore. But the house don't sell and it goes to the bank and they lose everything they own. The Republican fights with the Democrat man, and nothing really ever gets done. So she sits right there, drinking her beer, feeling all buzzed and fine. Tomorrow she get up and go back to the job, standing in the unemployment line. Democrat talks and he sounds so smart, and he knows all the words in the book. A Republican talks and he's smart too, and he too sounds like a crook. Yeah, one stands up and another sit down, and another stand up and another sit down. A painted on pink, a painted on frown, nothing is seen but a household of clowns. And I sit right here, drinking our beer, feeling all buzzed and fine. Well, there ain't no job, so I just sleep in and still the unemployment line. like that one. Well, I wrote a Christmas song. I only do it twice a year, the month of December. I was going on tour with the band Low from Duluth, Minnesota to England because they had a Christmas album they put out in 1999 that became a big cult hit in the UK and Ireland. And they asked me if I'd come and open all the shows, and the first set I'd play, and then the second set I'd play the extra parts on the Christmas record, and then the third set they would do their new record that they had just put out. And after we rehearsed a bunch, Mim asked me if I had a Christmas song. Embarrassingly, I didn't. But I said I would write one, and I went home and I wrote this song, and then we played it every night during their Christmas songs. If you haven't heard the Christmas Low Christmas record, it's a good one on Christmas Eve. I'll dedicate this to Mim. She passed away a couple years ago, and she was a fabulous human being. Seemed like old times again, when the snow fell heavy in the maple burn. Everyone was happy, and everyone was gay, and you came to me on Christmas Day. Like when the birds sang pretty and the rivers rolled, you looked like an angel on streets of gold, and time stood still in the bitter lane when you came to me on Christmas Day. Up on Military Hill, everyone filled with glee, with the lights and the banner and the blue Christmas tree. I could hear them singing far away. It sounded like old times. You were down in the trenches working like a mule. I was hanging mistletoe in the vestibule, and you came like the ocean. You came like a wave when you came to me on Christmas Day. I had a vision of you running down the divide with your rubber boots and your hair tied high. The bells rang for me and you, and the band played, and I had a vision on Christmas Day. 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 Going to the river to see the water flow. It's coming down off the mountain, the ocean, here we go. I'm going to the country to see that girl of mine. She's coming down off the mountain, I'm way up high. Yeah, and I'm feeling pretty good, despite all the tears. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, for the first time in here. Going into town, get myself a drink. Coming down off the mountain to have myself a think. And I've been working all winter, been working on the fence. The borders don't pay, never making any sense. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, despite all the fear. I'm feeling pretty good, for the first time in years. Sitting in the kitchen, the radio low, and high up on the mountain, looking down below. I'm looking out my window at all the passers-by. It's 5 below 0, right here in my mind. Yeah, but I'm feeling years, and feeling pretty good. The first time in years, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Despite all the fear, yeah, I've been feeling pretty good. The first time in years. We're gonna do 2 sets tonight, everybody. 2 45-minute sets is about what we're gonna do, and well, the first 45 minutes is up. But I'm not stopping. I'm gonna do one more song, and then we're gonna take a couple minutes, so you can get yourself maybe something to drink, or maybe you want to go outside and remind yourself how cold it is. And I'm gonna do. A few years back, something that maybe is longer than a few now. I had this old diesel truck. I used to drive around. We used to tour in all the time. One of those old Suburbans, you know. And broke down one day up in Minneapolis, and I got a ride back to. I lived down in St. Peter, Minnesota. I got a ride back down there and drove my wife's car back up to the city the next day, and it broke down in the parking lot right next to my truck. So then I got back. I got the AAA Gold membership. So they towed both my cars on the same truck and me home that day. It was worth it if you're a traveling musician. AAA is the way to go. I got home and I got this old pickup truck, this old plow truck. I drove that to town to get a part for the car, and it broke down on the way home. And I was walking, and it was really bitter. It was weather just like this outside, and it was, I think, January 3rd. And my wife and I were both, we were a few miles from the house on this old gravel, on the gravel road. It's kind of like out here, right? And sheriff's deputy picked us up. I had to remind him that he had just arrested me recently before that. He said he didn't remember that well because he arrests so many people. So, anyway, I got the truck fixed and I was down in town, and I saw somebody, this musician I know, and I told him the story about breaking down so many times, and he said, you should write a song about it. And my usual response is like, well, maybe you should write a song about it. Send it to me. But I did. I went home and I wrote a song about it. And I fixed all the vehicles, and then I was driving. And it was the first gig I played after. This is a long story. Maybe I should not tell this whole thing, but. So I was. I drove right after the first gig I did after they you could play indoors in Minnesota after the COVID pandemic. I drove all the way up to Luton, Minnesota to play a concert, and right when I pulled into the venue at Papa Charlie's, my truck turned 346,000 miles, and so I told the audience just like I told you, and they all clapped for me. Oh. then after the, I was playing up on the ski hill up there, and I drove to town I think to get a beer or something like that after the show, or something to eat. I can't remember. When I got to the bottom of the hill, the oil cooler line broke and all the oil fell out on the concrete. The next day, I spent 6 hours to put a $5 part in, and I had to borrow someone's car, and we had to cover the car in plastic because I was covered in oil and all this stuff. So on the way home, I figured I'd get a new vehicle. And then my neighbor stole that one. And he drove it to Chicago, and I got a phone call about it. This is. I was trying to make it quick. So the insurance company said, "Well, we can give you some money if the truck don't work." For the truck, it's got 347,000 miles on it, so I sent them the key. The tow company had the truck. They put the key in it. It wouldn't start. They said it was totaled. They were going to give me money for it, but there's a bunch of tools in it. So Josh and I drove to Chicago on my birthday to get it, and we got there and it was wrapped in red plastic like a Christmas present. And I got in it. I said, "Well, I want to see if it starts." I checked the oil and everything looked great, right? So I put the key in it, and the key wouldn't turn the ignition. It was the wrong key. So they were going to total it because it had the wrong key, I guess. So Josh and I drove back to St. Peter, Minnesota, and I got a key made for $9. And the next day we drove back to Chicago. I put the key in the ignition, the new one, and it turned and it fired right up. Yeah. So I drove it home. I drove it all the way back to St. Peter, and he drove home, and I got to the grocery store, and I turned it off, and I walked into the grocery store before I went home, and when I came out, it wouldn't start. And so I realized that the starter was going. That was a true sign that the starter was acting up, and that's why the guy left it in Chicago, because it wouldn't start anymore. And then a week later, the insurance company said, "Okay, so you got your car back, everything's good, right? We'll send you the key." And I was like, "Well, the key didn't work." So they sent me the key back, and for the hell of it, I go out to the truck and I put it in, and it starts my truck right up. To find out, the guys who ran the tow yard were trying to get my vehicle from me. They liked it, and they were trying to steal it for a second time.
Should write a song about those guys.
Those guys were weird guys. Have you ever been to the wrecking lot is like the size of Lake City. There was like 3 million cars there. Whatever. We're moving on to the song. This is the song I wrote. I just needed a break for a minute. So. Standing on the corner, just waiting for a ride. No one looking out the window, they just passing me by. Reminds me of a woman who left me dry. They got the radio on and the finger in the sky. I got 1,000 miles of scars, a bucket full of pain. Yeah, they step on my face and spit from my own name. I got 10 bloody knuckles and a black and blue eye. I got a girl that I'm loving, gonna see her tonight. I got a girl that I'm loving, she looks just right, but I just can't wait to see my baby tonight. I put up in the summer, but I'm just broke. just got a job working at the mill, sweeping sawdust down the windowsill. But if I work hard, they said they'd move me up the line. Well, it's looking like I'm losing every single time. It's $8 an hour, 7 hours a day. And if it goes real good, soon I can get my own place. But the motor just blew and the oil's on the ground. And it's looking like I'm losing 'cause I just broke down. I got a girl that I love, looks just right, and I can't just look to see my baby tonight. I would have been the summer, but I'm all broke down. You know, I'm trying to find a ride. I'm out of this. I couldn't find a ride, so I'm drinking downtown. I guess I'll see you later, 'cause I just broke down. Okay, we're gonna take a little, it's a short 15-minute break, everybody. Hang out, say hi to your neighbor. Okay. I think that was about 15 minutes actually. Almost exactly. I usually run the sets too long, and I usually run the breaks too long too. No encore tonight? So I forgot to mention, so my new truck, the one I replaced the old one with, got about 15 miles ago. I drove from Madison today, about 15 miles ago. He got to 372,000 miles. Original. And the fuel pump's starting to go, so just don't all leave before I do. Standing in the door, looking pretty good. I guess he didn't treat her the way he should. But she ain't yours, you should leave her be. You had the chance, I was up to. Going to town in a pickup truck, she liked the way I drive through the dirt and the mud. Shifting gears for a highway speed, and discipline knows what's you. She goes to go around the kitchen floor. Darling, ain't you darling anymore? Darling, ain't you darling anymore? I ain't too smart, but she likes my style. I ain't good looking, but I got a nice smile. Fix her car and it goes to hell. I play guitar just like a rhythm bell. That's pretty hot like an nail bomb. The drummer's over whacking on the floor, tom-tom. We got big six, two guitars. Bass player driving a drop-top car. I'm getting down to the old thing door. Darling, ain't you darling anymore? Darling, ain't you darling anymore? driving out Friday nights. Look like the hand that feeds the mouth. Soon enough she'll be heading south. Hanging out of work when the homeward bound. Gotta hold her tight, sun goes down. You might not rock, you might not roll, but you gotta have a heart, you gotta have soul. When I get home, there's a woman at the door. Darling, ain't your darling anymore. Darling, ain't your darling anymore. Thank you, everybody. Again, I'm going to say this is Kora Melia playing on the fiddle. Richard Medek is right there, playing on the drum. Josh Gravelin, he's singing and playing the bass guitar. And since they're a really good band, and that's really nice, I just want to say thanks, you guys, for being good and putting up with me and stuff. And, big plane, getting me back. Big plane, I'm all alone. Ain't I pilot, do me right when I gotta make love with my baby tonight. Big plane, get me back home. New York City, up all night. Bourbon whiskey, higher than a kite. I hurt my head and I got my fill. Now I'm a falling on down on Battery Hill. Flying into LA town, where the saints and angels touch the ground. Hollywood woman tried to take my money. I just laughed, I got 2 bits, honey. California dreaming up in Oakland Bay. I met a redhead called Linda Ray. I bought her fried chicken and a waffle cone. She thanked me by getting me stoned. Yeah, this woman tried to rope me in with a $100 bill under Texas skin. I took the money right out the back door. I ain't never banging doors no more. Big plane, get me back home. Big plane, I'm all alone. Ain't I fine, I want you to do me right. Well, I gotta make love with my baby tonight. Big plane, back home. Back home, I got a pretty little gal. Sweet potato pie, lemonade bill. She's just about naked in the old screen door. They don't live it like that in the city no more. dogs run free, the dogs run free. I don't care about them, they don't hang on me. The sun turned red as it falls to the ground. Take your dress off, ain't no one around. We do it like this, we do it like that, in the pickup truck, parked out back, front porch swing in the kitchen floor. We do it right, we deal with some wrong. Big plane, be back home. Big plane, when I'm all alone. And that pilot wants to do me right when I gotta make love with my baby in that big plane. Be back home. Big plane, be back home. Big plane, be back home. Back in the 1900s, I lived in Michigan. I had a girlfriend in Northfield, Minnesota. And I drove over there. I was driving to California, and I stopped in Northfield. I was really broke, and I was thinking about Jesse James. Thinking about robbing a bank. And then I thought about what happened to Jesse James. I decided I'd write a song about it instead. And then I forgot about the song, and about almost 25 years later, I found it in a suitcase just recently. The words. I can't remember how it went, so we just made up a new version of musically, and it's called Free Money. I robbed the National Bank, 4:45. They want me wanted dead, not alive. Yeah, they got my brother Frank at the river cross, but I got the gold, and I ain't lost. I'm hiding in the bushes, I'm hiding in the trees, I'm on the run, they ain't never getting me. They got ropes and guns, they want to use them all on me. They want my free money. Yeah, I was 12 years old and sick of my town. My papa hated me and my mama worked around. I started a little life of crime, I didn't have a job, so I stole my uncle's car. I think it was a 59. It dropped top powder blue Cadillac. No matter what they sell me, I ain't never going back. Well, I held up a liquor store in Oklahoma City. The one thing that I needed is free money. I got a new suit. I got a new pair of boots. Now the girls wanna ride in my powder blue coupe. I got a pocket full of cash, I got a house on the hill. And if I can get free money, honey, I will. I got a 6-pack of beer and a pack of cigarettes. And there isn't one little thing I ain't stolen. I got a nice smile, baby, I'm fine. I bought everything that I had and paid with free money. When I was a little kid on Saturday morning, we had a little tiny little black and white TV, and we got public TV when it was super cold outside. We got CBS when it was warm outside. And it was a black and white TV, it was like this big. I didn't think they had color TVs until I was like 1987 or something like that. And my dad would get up and we'd be watching cartoons or something like that, and he'd wait when the black and white cowboy movies, when Roy Rogers movies would come on and stuff, he'd make me watch it with him. And he'd fall asleep on the couch, and I realized later he was hungover. I always watch cowboy movies with him, I still do when I go up and visit him. And he reminded me back then. We'd be watching like Roy Rogers, and they'd be chasing the bad guys, And then the next show would come on, like maybe the Lone Ranger would come on, and they'd be chasing the bad guys too. And they'd chase the bad guys around the same rock as the Roy Rogers movie. And there'd be this kind of crazy orchestra music going on. My dad would be like, the horses can hear the music. When you talk about Gabby Hayes, anybody know who Gabby Hayes is? You talk about how we think he pulled out his teeth so he could play that role his whole life, and what that would mean to pull all your teeth to be a movie actor. And then I was reading this book by Sam Shepard. He wrote an essay about Gabby Hayes and seeing him get off a horse and put on a three-piece suit and go to the bar and drink martinis and stuff. He was much younger than he looked on TV. I figured I wrote the song called Cruising Paradise the long way around. His version of that was getting a lifelong role playing the same character, riding a horse every day. So we did this song. I wrote this song not for Gabby Hayes necessarily. I wrote it for how Roy Rogers and Dale Evans met. And I'm glad that lots of young people don't know who Dale Evans is. Does everybody here know who that is? Okay. Well, a lot of people think I wrote a song about two gay cowboys, but I'm still working on that one. This one's about Roy and Dale. It goes like 1, 2, 1, 2. Roy Rogers took his pistol. He shot the bastard down, sent him home on the range to the ladies. Then he rode out of town. Dale said, Roy, I'm looking for love. Why can't we hang out? I'm cruising paradise, gone way around. He met her in Dodge City, working in a one-night show. You and me could meet at the barn, baby, if you wanna roll. She said, I like your trigger, I like the country western sound. Tell me why ain't I never seen your face in town? Well, honey, I've been cruising paradise, long way around. Stay here another day, I can show you some real good fun. But I know your real name is Lucille, and I ain't fooled by a crowd. I've been cruising paradise the long way around. Yeah, Roy said, Dale, I'm married. Dale said, Dale, I'm married too. You and me could have settled down, 'cause he ain't got nothing on you. I'm a free riding cowboy, and cowboys don't settle down. And we ride the range and we drive them doggies around. Well, I'm cruising paradise the long way around. Stars and the clouds, honey, that's my home. Out there on the range, but all the buffalo roam. I ain't a sod buster bear, no. I ain't working in no town. I'll be cruising paradise the long way around. But I'll be back next week, honey, if you're still in town. Hey, Trail. Thank you. Okay, my mom's here tonight. My mom came from New York State today, or not today, I guess, a couple days ago. She came over here with my wife from St. Peter, Minnesota today. I can't see anything right now, by the way. Hi. I can see these guys up here. They left? You think they left? I have seen this show before. My parents met in Marquette, Michigan, and got married there. Anybody been up to Marquette? I don't believe you. They got divorced in Houghton, Michigan. It was about 100 miles away. And then my mom got a job. We moved to New York, up in northern New York, northeast New York State. Up in Plattsburgh, New York. Anybody been to Plattsburgh, New York? That's usually the way it goes. This guitar is from 1961. It's sensitive guitar. My mom got a job teaching English at a college, but she also Wednesday night she taught English at a prison called Dannemora, Clinton County Correctional Facility. You might have seen a movie about it recently called Escape at Dannemora. Anybody see that movie? That show? Sorry, I won't ask. So we don't have to clap. I guess I won't ask any questions. Raise your hand. I can't see you. On Wednesday nights when my mom would go, I think she knows all this stuff now, so it doesn't really matter. But we had a garage. We had a garage band. Sorry, this thing I'm going to. And everybody would come over to our house, and we'd play loud rock and roll, and then the cops would always show up. And one of the guys that came to play music with us, he was in my class. He taught me about Iron Maiden. I taught him about Bob Dylan and Chuck Berry. And Spider John Kerner, who used to play here. And Dave Moore, who I was just on tour with the last 10, 14 days. And the guy that taught me about Iron Maiden, he had a rough upbringing, and he didn't really finish school. But in his third strike, felony back in New York, 3 strikes you're out, 3 felonies, go to life in prison. And his third one was robbing a gas station with a fake gun in his pocket. He robbed the bank that was the gas station that was across the street from the prison that he went to, which my mom taught at, which also is the prison where those 2 guys broke out of prison, and my twin brother got the job welding the pipes back together, which is more rock star than anything I ever done, I guess. But anyway, he got out of prison finally. He emails me every now and then. We're Facebook friends now. I wrote this song for him. I don't know if he knows it, but Carl, my friend Carl's here. He asked me to do this, so I'm gonna do it for him. I had full-time job. Sorry, I forgot it first line. What's that? I had a radio. I had a radio, a full-time job, working for the DOT. I had a pretty little girl when I got home. She always had a smile for me. Had most of I can't remember the words right now. Hold on, we gotta sit over here. I had a radio, a full-time job, working for the DOT. I had a pretty little girl when I got home. She always had a smile for me. What was next?
Hey, most of the bills,
Come on, Carl, help me out. I just need the next line. For the rent, most of the bills.
There we go.
An extra $10 for fun. A bottle of wine and a tank full of shells and go shooting the rats at the dump. Damn it. When the layoff happened, I was falling to the bottom. I was looking for a job. I had to pawn my pistol and my baby bought a ticket far away from me. Now the word comes in every once in a while, the pennies on the dime. So I'm staying at my mom's, doing alright, living one day at a time. I should've kept the gun. Oh yeah. Should've had some fun. Oh yeah. Should've kept the gun. Winter was coming, bank knocking on the door. And it squeezed till the blood stops flowing. The pain can't bend anymore. Well, I should have took the sun, baby. Should have took the sun out. Took a rocket to the sun. Hindsight's 20/20, now I'm out of money. The sheriff got me understung. Hey, I should've kept the gun. Oh yeah, I should've had the fun. Yeah, I should've kept the gun. walking these streets like an empty window, living one day at a time. There when I robbed a bank with a pencil in my pocket, I didn't get very far away. When they sentenced me to life, the judge said, "Mister, do you have anything to say?" Yeah, I should have kept the gun. Oh yeah, I should have had some fun. Yeah, I should have kept the gun. Oh yeah, now I think I'm on the run. Should have kept the gun. Sorry about that. That was great. With my early onset dementia, that was kind of sticking in there. Well, we got time for 2 more songs, everybody. Which 2 you guys want to do?
Those two.
On my way to heaven, at least that's what I'm hoping for. Because they must be crazy, so I'm knocking on. But my money's all gone, my luck is still around, so I'm making a deal to keep my baby with me now. Riding on a jet plane with the angels up above. I hope she gets my message. My message is a love. My money's all gone, my luck is still around, so I'm making a deal to keep my baby with me now. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the road. hold my darling closer. She might find another one. But my money's all gone, my love is still around. So I'm making a deal to keep my baby with me. Thanks to all the people working here and volunteering and putting on the shows. These are the good kind of shows in the world. You know, all of my favorite kind of music, like a lot of the old blues music and folk music, they happen in rooms this big, not in the stadiums or anything like that. I mean, this is where the stuff happens. It sure does. Exciting, and I hope they took this over, and I hope it's going good for them, and we're really happy as musicians in a community that we get to come and play here still. So keep on coming and tell your friends about it. And have a good night. One more song. We'll see you next time. That's Kora and Josh and Richard. And that's Rosie. And I guess I got a couple, there's a vinyl record and some obsolete compact discs, but see, my car is old enough that it still has a CD player in it. And there's like 4 medium t-shirts and 1 large left for the year. And they make really great Christmas presents. And Merry Christmas to you all. Happy New Year. Take care of yourselves. Be nice to your neighbors. Be nice to help them out. Do all that stuff. And we'll see you next time, I hope. I don't need no automobile. I got my pony to ride. Say, I don't need no automobile. I got my pony to ride. Yeah, we've been riding through hell. I see you on the other side. Is this town great when no one's around? It ain't this town great when no one's around. I ain't interested in being the last fool to shake your love down. I don't need no automobile. I don't need no automobile, I got my pony to ride. We've been riding through hell, I see you on the other side. go, then you know that your mama, she's right. When your mama says it's time to go, I know that she's right. That's the only good thing from my daddy's advice. I don't need no automobile, I got my pony to ride. I don't need no automobile, I got my pony to ride. We can ride in through hell, see you on the other side. Are we doing another song? Yeah! Okay, thank you. The dog really wants us to do another song.
You guys gotta hang around for a while. The dogs need this.
The dogs, okay. Just one day, I worked all year, I worked all month, and they took my money away. Yeah, well, now I don't. Say I ain't working like me down here. I say, hey now, babe, I'm going deeper down the bed. Honey, I ain't leaving you. Got that six-pack of beer and a pack of cigarettes. Yeah. You can take a job and shove it, 'cause I ain't working here no more. I ain't rich, honey, you wanna stay with me? Yeah, you're gonna stay poor, but I don't really care. Say I ain't working like me down here. Hey now, babe, I'm going deeper down there. Honey, I ain't leaving just yet. I got a six-pack of beer and a pack of cigarettes. so I could play guitar. Know what to do, hear what they say. Playing guitar is like stealing all day, but I don't care. Say ain't worth no fun like a way down there. I said ain't that I bet I'm going deeper down in debt. I'm waiting for my next check. The biggest fish spent beer and a pack of cigarettes. Yeah. Next one's a sing-along. You guys all sing along with me. It's not Rudolph or anything like that. It's a song I wrote. It's called the 4th of July. Working on the 4th of July. It's for all the bartenders and baristas and gas station attendants and you know, all the people that give you all the things you want when you're driving to the beach or whatever, wherever you're going. But the line is, I've been working on the 4th of July. I'll be working on the 4th of July. I'll be working on the 4th. I'll be working on the 4th till I die. You'll get it. The first time I played in Denmark, the whole place sang along very willingly. So don't let me down.
No pressure.
The second part is, she let me down easy. So I'm $50 short of the electric bill. I hope they don't shut it off, but they probably will. Happened last year once, and I didn't know why. This year I'm working on the 4th of July. I'm working on the 4th of July. I'm working on the 4th of July. I've been working on the 4th till I die. Yeah, so I'm $100 short of the alimony bill. Oh, they don't arrest me, but they probably will. I happened last year. Oh my, oh my. This year I'm working on the 4th of July. I'm working on the 4th of July. I'm working on the 4th of July. I've been working on the 4th till I die. I worked on Christmas, I worked on New Year's Day, I worked Thanksgiving for regular pay. If I make it till then, I'll work Labor Day, just to keep the bastards and the bloodsuckers away. I'm working on the 4th of July. I'm working on the 4th of July. I've been working on the 4th till I die. You know I'm $50 short of a propane bill, but I grew some reefers that can really kill. I see fireworks in the distant sky. Looks like I'm working on the 4th of July. I'm working on the 4th walking the beats. Nothing easy when you're out on the street. Yes, he let me down. Yes, he let me down easy. But there ain't nothing easy but a broken heart. Yes, he let me down easy. Yes, he let me down easy. But there ain't nothing easy but a broken heart. Thank you, everybody. Be safe, okay? I love you very much. Be good. See you next time.